Welcome back, motherfuckers, to video log number 6, Grow As You Go challenge, Grow As You Go channel video number 6. That means 5 weeks. 5 weeks I've been doing this. That's pretty good. They say it takes 3 weeks to establish habit. I'm not only trying to establish habit here, I am trying to ingrain something into my neural pathways. I'm trying to ingrain something into my fucking cerebellum, my cerebrum. I'm trying to create something or establish something permanent. And these videos are not the actual permanency that I'm trying to instill. It is actually simply just breath work. That's it. This Grow As You Go channel is simply a form of accountability that I'm relying on. And so breath work is going to be my number one priority to do every day. And guess what? I have been doing it every day. I've been doing it every morning, right when I wake up. I will say, I am noticing something that's I'm kind of dancing with a little bit, unintentionally, of course, and that is the desire, not the desire to do it, but the intention behind it during it. So I'm noticing a difference in experience when my intent behind it shifts or changes. There are some mornings where I do breath work and meditation. I start off by doing breath work and then I'll lean into meditation right after that. I'm noticing that there are some times when I engage in this activity that I just do it just to do it, because I know that I want to do this every day. And when I engage in it with that intent behind it, the experience isn't really all that profound. Not to say that I'm looking for a profound experience. I'm just saying that the experience is simple. Not really much to, I'm done. I just get up, don't really reflect, don't really acknowledge what experience I just had, versus or compared to times in which I go into breathwork and meditation with the intent to connect with myself. And even the energy that I put into it is different. Even the depth of the experience in the experience is different. It's more calming, it's more enjoyable. And so this past week, I've been noting this and consciously making an effort to go into the breathwork and meditation session with a more honed in intent on developing a healthier relationship with myself, connecting with myself in the moment. And the experiences have been more enjoyable. I guess it's that simple. Profound? I guess it depends on how I want to define profoundness. I wouldn't say profound. I would say, the potential for it being profound is greater, but that's not the goal. That's not the goal. The goal isn't to have any profound experience. The goal is just to simply connect with myself in the moment. And however that sensation is in the moment, each experience is unique and different, is special. And I'm learning to be content with that. I've noticed that in the past, and this is just, a personality trait that I've adopted. I've noticed that in the past, I tend to seek experiences like or similar to past experiences. If I go to the movies, I will think, or I will not wish, but kind of develop an expectation based off of a previous movie experience. I recently went to see Deadpool last week. Great movie, by the way, hilarious. But I noticed that there was this slight expectation going into it based off of the previous two experiences in the movies. Previous two Deadpool experiences, I mean. And so, although it was a new experience, I was slightly still having my toes dip in a past experience in my mind. And in my body, I had that experience. So I wasn't 100% present. And I'm not saying that I should be 100% present. I'm just saying that the level of presence is definitely variable. And that variance will be heavily influenced by my mindset or the expectations that I go into the experience with. Tony Robbins says, trade your expectation for appreciation. So, of course, upon reflection, applying that concept to this past experience, I could have gone into it with the appreciation that, hey, I'm here, I'm seeing Deadpool 3, and this is an exciting time. I bought the ticket a month ago. I've been waiting for that. Anyway, so I don't know how I got on that train, but I'm going to jump off that and get onto a different train, a more structured and organized linear train here. So let's go over the metrics real quick for this past week. So I'm noticing, mental health. So I'm noticing that the ease in which I am able to be content is growing. The ease in which I'm able to be content. Not necessarily the amount of contentness that I'm experiencing. I'm just noticing that it's getting easier to be content in moments of experience where I'm experiencing something that I would rather not experience, rather not want to feel or experience. For example, anger. For example, annoyance. For example, self-judgment. I can be self-critical and self-judgmental. And, nobody wants to do that. But I do it all the time. So, in those moments, I take a deep breath and I press forward. I'm noticing that my ADD ramps up during activities where I am more self-conscious. For example, when I'm typing or reading. I don't know why. This is so weird. When I'm trying to type, and I'm trying to type accurately and effectively, meaning limited mistakes, I'm like so slow. I gotta think, boom, boom. I gotta look for it. I gotta like consciously think about which finger I want to use, like my ring finger, my pinky finger. I struggle with that. And because I struggle with that, because I'm so slow and I want to be faster, I judge myself. I get self-conscious and I start thinking about other things. I'm like, as I'm trying to think about the words I'm trying to type, I'm also thinking about the fact that I'm struggling to type. I'm struggling to type. Wait a minute. What was the letter I'm looking for? Oh, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Oh man, I'm still struggling. Dang it. What was the next word? Anyway, so I'm being self-conscious while at the same time I'm being self-conscious internally while at the same time trying to accomplish something externally. And my self-conscious, my self-consciousness or my internal perspective or whatever you want to fucking call it, I'm in my fucking head, and it's taking away from the experience. Versus when I just fucking type and I like tons of mistakes, so many mistakes, but I'm able to think linearly. I'm able to think about what I'm doing. When I say fuck the mistakes, when I say I don't care about mistakes, even though the quality of the product that I'm making, say a paragraph, is shit, meaning it's filled with red lines and blue lines, the product gets done. And I think that I'm noticing that is what is more important when trying to engage in something, is just engaging in it and not trying to make that engagement be of the highest quality right out of the gate. And I think this dance that I do is being attributed to a lot of other elements of my life. So I'm gonna try my best to notice those things when they arise, and then just keep pressing forward and keep engaging. Grow as you go, as you will. Let's see. This makes it difficult to focus on a task in front of me. However, I have been more productive this week. I need to note that. I have been more productive this past week than most weeks, so that's good. Even though I am noticing that I'm being self-conscious about certain activities that I do, I am still being more productive. I am still more self-conscious than I'd like to be. It's a work in progress. Diet, same as usual, except the popcorn and diet soda that I had at the Deadpool movie. All right, sleep metrics. So average time of sleep was 7.5 hours. Awake, 6%. REM, 19%. Core, 62%. Deep, 13%. Heart rate, 48 to 69. And respiratory rate, 10.5 to 19. Those metrics are better than last week. However, last week's metrics, for some reason, I think the amount of data that I collected last week was not as much. So I'm rocking. Last week I had less data to compare to. Honestly, my sleep, I feel like I haven't been sleeping that good the last few days. And my assumption is because I haven't been exercising. So the sooner I can get back into the gym, the better. Doctors say I should wait 4 to 6 weeks. I don't know. Maybe I'll get back in the gym this week and just do really, really light shit. I don't know. I mean, okay, I have been going on hikes with my dogs, at least a 30-minute walk every single day to the park. The last 2 days I took them to this really cool park up north, up near the mountains. Beautiful, beautiful. We walk around, throw the ball. It's great. It's a good time. So, yeah, like I said, I've been doing breathwork and meditation every day. And again, the main goal of all of this is to integrate breathwork and meditation into my life so that I never not do it ever again. I know. It's wild. I am a firm believer in that, regardless of quality of breathwork and meditation, regardless of quality, meaning, like I was talking about earlier, if I continue to do breathwork and meditation with the intent just to get it done, what I am saying is, this is my claim, what I am saying is eventually you will notice a difference between doing it with that intent and doing it with the intent to just connect with yourself. And because it is more enjoyable, you will lean into that. Life is a dance between love and fear, between surrendering to growth or surrendering to fear. You can either surrender to growth and challenge fear, or you can surrender to fear and challenge growth. When you surrender to what feels good, which is growth, love, you will be more inclined to follow that path. Like a plant that leans into the light. First it has to lean, and then it gets all the benefit. That's kind of like with breathwork and meditation. Sure, yeah, you could go into it with the intent to just get it done. I'm telling you, eventually, from my own experience at least, my claim is that eventually you will do it. One would do it for the benefit, which is to connect with self, develop a healthy relationship with self, spirituality. How is breathwork and meditation affecting my everyday life? Well, one, I feel accomplished immediately. I feel more connected with myself immediately getting out of bed. I feel more calm. I feel more prepared and activated, ready to can propagate through the day, ready to do stuff, ready to exist. I feel more content with stress rather than feelings that I'd rather not feel. I feel more content with stress and feelings that I'd rather not feel. Of course, I'd rather not be stressed, but hey, it's an experience. It's an experience to be had because it's being had. All right, let's go to contribution. I smiled in every interaction. I requested more volunteer time. However, I'm noticing that I want to amp up my contribution this next week. I am noticing in myself like this craving for contribution. I was volunteering at the School for the Blind and the Deaf every Friday during school session, but it's the summertime right now, and so they're not in session, and so I haven't been going. And I'm missing that. the level of like positive feelings, that form of contribution is the most rewarding thing I've ever experienced in my life, and it is the driving force for my vision, for my goals moving forward. To be able to do that more often, more frequently, to be able to be free to do that is what I am trying to accomplish. And in order to do that, I need to have more time and more money. So attaining more, well, it's not possible to attain more time. To reallocate time and to gain more money. And the motivating force behind that is to volunteer more. And so, although the school is not in session, I reached out to the school to see if I can do other stuff around the campus. But in the meantime, I'm looking into volunteering with opportunities with NAMI, which is I think it's National Association of Mental Illnesses, National Alliance of Mental Illnesses. Basically, it's a nonprofit, government funded. Well, not just government funded. It's a free mental illness community organization that contributes to local families and people with members who have mental illnesses. They offer classes, they offer group sessions, and they have community events where they get involved and serve each other. It's incredible. Anyway, so my goal for this week is to reach out to those communities and find a volunteer opportunity with them. All right, so growth this past week, my coaching, been reading books, plural books. I know it's hard to keep track, honestly. I've been studying real estate. I've been studying Tony Robbins' course called Time of Your Life, and I've been working on a professional development course for work. So I've been doing a bunch of stuff. Some major goals that I'm working on with my coaching is this Tony Robbins strategy called RPM, Rapid Planning Method, or Results Planning Method. Basically, it's a way of planning that consolidates like a result or a project into small, easily accomplishable, I guess, steps or massive action plans that contribute to the overall project. anyway, it's really helpful, and I'm diving and digging into that right now. So more to come with that. Okay, topics to talk about today. Let's see. Talk about how breathwork is contributing to my overall relationship with self. So I think I might have already. I've been talking about this. The goal is to have a healthy, positive relationship with self in all of its experiences. Now, how do you define self? It may be different than how I define self. I define self as pure energy, consciousness. I am energy manifested into this body. That energy is also the same energy that is manifested into this table, into that microphone, into this monitor. I am all of that. However, I am experiencing the experience of energy in the form of this body, in the form of me, Brandon. So the experience of consciousness is a variable experience based on the quality or form of material that it exists as. So, for instance, this table, the quality, the molecular structure, the atomic structure of this table is pretty simple. Wood, whatever that atomic structure looks like, I don't know. But the atomic structure of this body is way more complex. And as energy propagates through this brain, which is the most complex part of this body, the experience of consciousness is really unique. Oh, this actually brings me to a really cool insight that I had the other day. So I was thinking about time and the timeline of the universe, whatever we say it is, 13 something billion years, and we exist on that timeline of 13 whatever billion years. We exist in a fucking speck of that, a fucking speck, right? And I was imagining, existing as, source consciousness fractaling itself off and coming into this body, right? And I realized that at this time right now, everyone that's alive right now, everyone that we come into contact with, walking down the street, our friends, our family, our dogs, TV actors, actresses, politicians, we came into this body, into our bodies. Everyone came into all of their bodies at this time. Out of all of the humans that have existed over time, which still is on the fucking speck of the entire timeline, it's really amazing when you think about how special it is that we are sharing this time in this body with other people at the same time, meaning they are also a fractal of source consciousness that decided to come down at this time and to share it together with us, with itself in these other bodies. It's really cool when you think about that, and you just think about how special it is that we are sharing this speck of time together. We could have been born 1,000 years ago. We could have been born 1,000 years in the future. But this fractal of consciousness wanted to experience this body, just like all other fractals of consciousness wanted to experience their bodies at this time together. That's really special. It's like when you develop a routine. You go to the grocery store on Sundays. You go to the gym every morning at 5. You go to, this restaurant every Friday or whatever. You go to the store or whatever. You develop this routine and you go to the same places, right? And next thing you know, you start to see other people with the same routine, right? And you share because you're in this place at this specific time together frequently, like, consistently, you start to develop an inherent bond with this other person or people. And now imagine that, but scale it out more, on a global scale. We are all here on this planet at a specific time in the timeline together. That's pretty special. It's pretty unique. And anyway, I like that. It's extremely rare. This moment is extremely rare. The rarest of moments. And we are sharing it together. That's super cool. Speaking of being source consciousness and pure energy, I like to think like this too. I had this cool thought, whatever. Every time you speak yourself into existence. Because if I am pure energy and speaking takes energy, and energy wants to exist as in different forms, in different expressions, energy can exist as this table, it can exist as me, it can exist as, sunlight, it can exist as sound coming from, my mouth. So as energy exists, it wants to exist in different forms. It also wants to exist into the words that I'm saying right now. It itself wants to exist into the words that I'm saying right now. Oh man, that is so cool. All right, going back to metrics. So how do these metrics that I'm talking about every day contribute to building a healthier relationship with self? Well, remember, the goal here is to enjoy my experience, to enjoy this experience as Brandon in this form. And that includes all of the experiences, even the stressful ones, the enjoyable ones. It's like a roller coaster and just smiling on the entire ride. So that is the goal. So if I have a healthy body, I'm going to be, navigating, moving through life is going to be physically easier and last longer. Longevity, health contributes to longevity of existence. If I have a healthier mind, I will enjoy the moments with myself. I'll be more inclined to enjoy those moments with myself in silence. And if I have a healthy spirit, which is relationship with self. We all have relationships with ourselves. Whether or not they're healthy is to be determined. But we all have a relationship with ourselves. And that relationship can look like, I'm mad at myself, or I'm judging myself, or, oh man, I love myself. I love smiling. I love the feeling of smiling. I love the thoughts that I have. They're really funny and fun and inquisitive, and my curiosity is an experience that I enjoy having. How I relate to that is special for everybody and important if you want to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And health contributes to longevity too. So how you relate to yourself is going to contribute to your longevity of life. Not to say that death is something that we should not extend, but resist. However, life is also something worth experiencing. So not resisting life and not resisting death. Okay. So moving on. Okay, it's things that I want to start doing more, or some goals for this next week. So keeping myself accountable here. I need to dive deeper into my rapid planning method, or my results planning methods, my results planning method. Continue with the Tony Robbins Time of Your Life course. Open up a business bank account. Do some wholesaling research. for real estate. Basically, I need to learn how to plan how to do wholesaling. I need to get like some action steps that I need to do, and then once I establish those, then take action. I want to do more stand-up comedy. I'm not a stand-up comic, but I have done it over the last few months. I've done it maybe 7 or 8 times, and I think it's just funny and fun, and it's a great skill to have, to be able to not only make myself laugh, but make others laugh, contribute to their experience. I want to start going out and dating. I haven't been doing that. Sure, yeah, I have friends, I hang out, but I haven't been going out, and I haven't been dating. I have actually not even considered dating for almost a year and a half. And I've been completely out of the dating world, not even remotely. That's weird. Sorry about that, technical difficulties. But I think I want to start dating again. And gym and diet tracking. So once I get back in the gym, I want to start tracking that gym experience. And my diet, I want to start tracking that more elegantly or more precisely, meaning like have a log or like track the macros and everything. So that's it. That's all I got. Thanks again for watching. If you watched all the way through, thank you. And this is the Grow As You Go channel. It's gonna evolve and change, and it's gonna get better and better, and I'm enjoying the process. Bye.